You know when you're browsing online and an ad pops up that seems to know exactly what you want? Maybe it even mentions the weather right outside your window? Yeah, you're not imagining things. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful piece of tech that's changing our digital world: dynamic creative optimization, or as you'll hear us call it, DCO.
All right, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the big problem that marketers were facing. Then, we'll get into the dynamic solution itself. After that, we'll pop the hood on the automation engine to see how it works. And finally, we'll check out the incredible impact it's having in the real world.
So, to really get why DCO is such a game changer, you've got to understand the massive headache, the huge challenge that every single advertiser is dealing with right now. It really all comes down to this one simple question: how can a massive brand talk to millions of people, but make every single person feel like that message was made just for them? I mean, it sounds impossible, right? But that's the expectation today. Think about it like this. The old way of doing things was basically a one-size-fits-all approach. One TV ad, one billboard, one message for absolutely everyone. But that's not how it works anymore. Today, great advertising is a conversation. It's about getting the perfect message to the right person at the exact right time. And the challenge for marketers is just huge. You're not just dealing with one channel. You're juggling Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. And your audience? It's not one big happy family. It's a collection of thousands of tiny groups, all with their own wants and needs. So that old school single ad campaign, it just falls flat. Okay, so you've got this chaos. How do you solve it? Well, out of this complexity, a new kind of technology stepped up to bring some serious order and personalization to the game. And here it is, DCO. The core idea is actually pretty simple. It's a technology that takes one single master creative. Think of it like a flexible template, and then uses data to automatically spit out thousands, even millions, of different versions. Each one is fine-tuned based on who's seeing it, where they are, and what's working best. This is the perfect way to think about it. Imagine a brand trying to talk to a packed football stadium. Instead of yelling one generic message through a megaphone, DCO gives them the power to whisper a unique, personal message into every single person's ear, all at the same time. The scale is just mind-boggling. So, how does this whole machine actually work? To really get it, let's look inside a professional DCO system. We'll use a platform like Palms as our guide to see how this thing operates at a massive scale. It really boils down to four main steps. First, you've got human experts who design a killer, flexible master template. Second, you connect that template to a data feed, basically a giant spreadsheet with all your products, offers, and messages. Third, the AI engine goes to work, generating all the different ad combinations. And finally, the system smartly delivers the perfect ad to the right person on whatever platform they're on. But, and this is super important, it's not just some robot running wild. In professional systems like Palms, you have human experts guiding the whole process. They're setting the strategy, okaying the designs, and making sure the quality is top-notch. It's the perfect partnership of human smarts and machine speed. And this is where it gets really fun. What can you change in the ad? Pretty much anything. The language, the product being shown, a message based on the weather, the time of day, the colors, the images, the button that says buy now, you name it, it can be changed on the fly. So, for instance, on a beautiful, sunny day, a brand could automatically show you an ad that says, hey, get some ice cream. But if it starts pouring rain in that exact same spot, the system pivots instantly. The next person might see an ad from the very same brand that says, looks like a good night for a movie. And the same thing works for time. You're on your morning commute, you might see an ad for a coffee deal. But in the evening, that same ad spot might be used to show you dinner specials. It's all about context. Okay, this all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But does it actually work? Does it move the needle? Let's look at the numbers and see the kind of impact we're talking about. Get ready for this number: 11,025,000. That's how many unique individual ads a DCO system like Palms generated for just one campaign. That came from only 3 templates, 25 different messages, and about 1,500 products. It's personalization on an absolutely industrial scale. And all that personalization, it really pays off. One company that used DCO saw their click-through rate jump by 62.5%. It's simple, really. When ads are more relevant, people actually click on them. And this isn't some rare fluke. Across the board, 90% of companies using these systems said their campaigns were a success, and they saw engagement go up by an average of 35%. The data doesn't lie, this stuff works, but it goes way beyond just selling you stuff. Check this out.
After a big running event in Hungary, every single one of the 11,500 runners got a unique, personalized video of their race experience, automatically created by DCO. Imagine that feeling. That's how you build a real connection. So because of results like that, the market for this technology is just exploding. It's already almost $1 billion industry, and it's on track to nearly double in the next few years. This is not a fad. It's becoming a core part of the digital advertising world.
But it is important to know that not all DCO is built the same. There's a really big difference between the simple, do-it-yourself tools you might find for a small business and the professional, corporate-level systems we're talking about. The big ones give you expert support, they guarantee quality, and they're built to handle the insane complexity that a huge global brand needs.
So when you zoom out, DCO is really this foundational tech that's completely changing how brands talk to us. We're moving away from an era of shouting one message at everyone and into an era of having millions of tiny, personal conversations at once, through banners, videos, even interactive digital catalogs.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of mind-blowing question to think about. As this technology gets even smarter and more woven into our lives, it really starts to blur the lines of what an ad even is. If an ad can be truly personal and genuinely helpful, what does that mean for the future of all communication?